Welcome, everybody, back to another episode where we smoke good, talk dirty, potty mouths. Yes. Clap it up, clap it up. I'm so happy to have you guys here again for another episode. And here's my guest. I'm introducing. Sorry, I already been starting smoking. And it's early. It's the early taping. So I'm getting it together. But I'm happy to have my guest here. Please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Blue Kemet. I'm an artist. I support artists. I love cannabis. I'm from the Bible Belt in Alabama and born in Texas. So started out as like a super taboo, but it's become something I love and it has helped me and my people. So.
Come on. Nice. Now this one has been giving me a headache since the crack of dawn, but he is a dear friend. He was on season 1. No, we're not cutting this out. I want to cut him out, but go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Oh, hello, everybody, man. I'm Mr. Cannabis, Mr. Everything, same thing. I'm an artist. I'm a cannabis mogul. Ooh. And I do a little bit of everything, man. That's me.
And who I see you're representing someone today?
I'm representing AJ's Flower every day. You can find us at your local dispensary. Top quality weed, fire prices.
Absolutely. And you could actually find it at Dope Sugar, 2000
Sugar.
South La Cienega Boulevard.
Yes. Where else?
You tell me where else. That's my store. So
Okay. Dope Sugar Melrose.
Yeah, Dope Sugar Melrose as well. Come on, let's go.
Okay. Let's go. Both Dope Sugars.
All right, go ahead and introduce us, our lovely lady of the day.
I'm Cashley Rod, and I am part of the cannabis community. Last year, I did Pedal Poppin'. I'm thinking 2025, I'm going to do a little comeback.
Come on.
I like to support my other cannabis community members. I'm also a veteran, and I use cannabis for holistic and self-medicating reasons.
Hey. I met this beauty a while back at was it at Rogers' party?
I believe it was.
Yes,
at Rogers' party.
I think I officially
That's
met
my boo.
You and Aaron, and it's been good vibe ever since. Aaron, you're up here next. Don't trip, Crip. I remember you. So don't. Okay. But yes, it's been a joy to know all of you. Even, that other one over there. But
y'all get on her.
Thank you guys for joining me today. Happy to have you. Before we pop off, can we get the sesh going? What you got, AJ?
I'm rolling
What's
up.
up?
Man, I'm rolling up. Oh, you want some weed?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Get some weed.
Okay. Enjoy a little weed.
It's a party.
Yeah,
all right.
that.
It's a party.
Here we go.
Did we just make history on the show? Do you guys always do this?
No.
Oh.
This is new. Okay, we got 36 change. Do we got?
What we got here? 36 changes.
I don't know what we got, but we got weed.
Okay, look, you got my got my favorite over here, Don P. So I'm gonna roll that up. I'm gonna start that up.
Okay.
Well, you gonna start rolling up because I can't roll in host,
roll
but I'm gonna do my best, y'all. You know how I do. Well, let's get started. I wanted to do things a little differently this time.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's tickling me so much because I had so much fun, structuring this and stuff. So I have a vocabulary quiz for you guys.
Okay.
Yes. So we get to see if you guys are familiar with some sexual terms. Okay.
English was my best subject. So
Okay. First word, felching.
Felching?
Felching.
Are we taking educated guesses?
Felching.
I mean, what you think it means?
Felching?
Well,
okay, AJ sound like you know.
We know what it sounds like.
Can I use it in a sentence?
Sure.
Me and the homies was at a party and we was getting felched up.
I hope that means something. I hope that don't mean something else.
Felch.
Right, because I'm like
Felch to get felched, to get felt up. To get some feelings.
No, I'm thinking if it's belching and that's a burp, felching is something more like flatulence. So
Farting's not sexy though.
It is to somebody.
So is it like
You ain't lying.
is it like the equivalent
You ain't
of a
lying.
queef?
It could be.
It could be.
But like,
that's my guess. So that's why I'm like,
is it
hopefully
really
I'm
strong?
super
It sounds
wrong.
like a strong queef.
If it's another name for queef, I'm gonna be great. Because
It
queef
sounds
is
like a
great,
fortified
so they don't need
queef.
anything better than
Felching?
that.
Strong. Okay.
It's like, woo.
Anything with the letter Q is great.
Okay.
I don't know.
Felching. sipping cum out of your partner's asshole, particularly with a straw.
Nothing could have prepared me
Time
for
out.
that, except for Google.
That's why you said you was getting felched. It's crazy.
So when he started off with the homies, it was like,
Okay.
Why?
I knew.
why? I don't know. Ask Google or Chat GT.
You know what?
Who was the first person to use this? That's what I want to know.
Listen.
You know,
Oh,
float somebody's
wow.
boat. Not.
Okay.
I don't know.
Mine was
smoke for that.
PG compared to that.
Okay.
It really was.
This next word, Now, I looked up how to pronounce this. Chimerism. There it is.
That's how you know that shit don't make no sense.
No, but it's
just because you can anybody.
Come
I can't spell it. I can't say it.
I love words, so I'm really disappointed in
Chimerism.
myself that I don't know these.
chimerism.
Chimerism. I went first to last.
No,
I don't
night.
know. That's that ism. I don't know.
No one.
That is when you don't have chemistry and still fuck.
Dang.
Okay,
That was
no.
actually-
Right? It sound like it.
Chimerism is a rare condition where a person has two or more set of DNAs. So you could have
wow.
two different eye colors, two different hair textures,
So it's not sexual.
or both male and female parts.
Time out.
There you go.
That was
Okay.
called incest back in the day when you
No.
were born one eye and the other eye was
Incest
different.
is when family members have
not
sexual.
incest.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that
Oh
was
my
something.
gosh.
Could be the
I've
result of
never-
it. Could be the result of it, though.
I think
Your
result
point.
of incest, you got one
Yeah.
brown eye, one blue eye.
Could definitely lead to that.
I don't know. That's
Okay.
weird. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Queening.
Oh yeah.
Queenie.
Praising my black goddesses across the world, queendom, queening. You know,
Is this
this
is
Close.
we
sexual?
gonna treat
Yes,
them
this
like
is sexual.
queens
Is
on
this
there?
making a throne out of something that is not conventionally a throne? Is it?
Ooh, I
is
like
it-
that.
Is it face sitting with the lady on top?
Oh my gosh, you're good.
That's right. That was really just a guess.
Queening
tap in.
Okay.
is in
Find out
fact
you've been doing something, bro.
queening is in fact practically face sitting
Okay.
and in a dominating way. So I'm
Okay.
sure like they
I
do
need
the
a
whole
queen.
like who's your bitch? Like, who's my bitch and all that.
Dang.
But you know, you don't have to do that. I'm not really crazy about the dominating whole thing.
That
but-
just changed my good morning queens to something totally different. Right now, you just changed my life because everybody's getting
Can I smoke too?
a good morning queen. I did. She just passed it to
Oh,
me.
okay. I thought you was okay. You still rolling.
Yeah.
So
My
we can't
bad.
say, "Hey, queen, you're queening."
You're queening.
Yeah.
She might be, but she,
She
might
might
be.
have been.
Do you want a queen today? You want to be a queen today?
You're queening, but are you?
But are you?
Are you?
Okay.
Man, shout out to queening.
Boofing.
Ooh.
That's when you're smoking bad weed.
I was about to say, isn't that a Chicago?
You're
thing?
smoking bad weed all the time. Like you're smoking so much boof, you're boofing.
I don't
That's what that's
know.
gotta mean.
But it has to be sexual, you said. Ooh, I don't know.
Boofing can cause
None of
ED.
these sound too sexy.
I love that because I know boof to be that too. Like that
So do
shit's
I.
Boof. It's
Yeah.
whack.
Smoking
So whack
boof.
set is that
No, boofing
is that
weed
fucking,
term.
but it's whack. It's like whack fucking, like you fucking, but you're not really fucking. Like
Mhm.
you're not
Yeah,
taking care
boof
of
is
business.
universal. Like
It's crazy.
you could have a boof, anything.
We need this. We need this now.
Yeah.
We gotta know.
Shit is boof.
Please,
You got a boof pussy. You got a boof dick. It
please.
could be all kind of boof,
This is too strong
but
to
don't
be.
smoke boof.
Boofing. Inserting drugs anally,
Oh.
particularly
Mm.
with a penis.
Oh.
Shit.
Okay.
Wait. Particularly,
With a penis.
so you like putting it like drizzling
I
it
thought
out,
that was
drizzling
only
it
with,
on
like
there, and then
Molly and cocaine and
Oh,
stuff
wow.
like
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Right? Ooh,
Interesting.
I'm glad
Oh, we talking about
I'm glad
real
I'm teaching
drugs.
y'all something today.
We talking about real drugs.
Okay.
So have any of you ever? I'm just kidding. We're not there.
Yeah.
No.
Next question.
Next
Please.
question, right? Okay. Compersion.
Oh, I know this one. So you're legitimately happy for another person, and you have a level of empathy for them in a polyamorous setting, even though you may not be able to benefit from that triangle or whatever, or beyond a triangle, right?
He's got it.
He-
What's the definition? Because that was
the
long-winded.
feeling of joy that comes from another person's happiness, especially when it doesn't directly
I'll
benefit
fuck
you.
with that, bro.
That's
All-
nice.
Oh,
all
but
my-
that's not in the context of polyamory. It is today. It is today.
All my man chakras is open. He knows these words. I fuck with it, bro.
That's deep.
For the most part, yeah,
Yes, sir.
it's the definition is often used in the polyamorous
Okay.
setting.
Okay.
So what is it again? Can you give me the accurate
Compersion.
definition? The Webster?
Compersion, the feeling of joy that comes from another person's happiness, especially when it doesn't directly benefit you. You could get off to that. I could see my friend and just be like, "Yeah, friend, get it, friend."
I can do that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it doesn't. I don't think it always has to be sexual, but it often finds itself in the sexual.
It's like sister wives versus like everybody is fucking each other at the same time. You see what I'm saying?
I just like to think,
but there's
I'm
no
not-
jealousy in particular. Like it's literally the opposite of that.
Right.
I don't want to stop somebody from having an experience that they want. Right? That's how I feel. Because if I want to experience something, I don't want to not do it just because of you. And it's like, I feel like that later on causes resentment. So it's like, I don't want that. If you choose like, oh, I don't want to do anything else, like that's nice too.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
What was the word again?
Compersion.
I had to get it so I could say it.
Okay, get it in your whole system.
I'm gonna use these words.
You're not a compersive person.
I am actually. I love when my guys win. I love it. Like I love when my people win. Is that the same thing? It's even though we're not. It has to be poly.
No,
I don't think it
I
has
get
to
it
be.
though.
That's what I'm
I like
saying.
that too. But I feel like that about
I feel
everybody.
like it's a different level of happiness when like you see somebody win versus you see somebody get a nut.
No, I love it when I see my guys win like that too.
Okay, that's nice.
I know.
Like, yo, you got hurt?
That is,
You got hurt? Oh, yeah. You the man. You the man. You the fucking man for the weekend.
That's
You
hetero.
the man of the month because you got hurt. You got hurt.
I want to put levels to it.
Hetero.
There's
But I feel like that's the hetero level.
tell the homie,
Then there's the romantic level.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
the other. Like
Okay,
I
that's
feel
fair,
that though.
that's
I
fair.
like that because I'm the same way. If my homegirl's getting it right, I'm happy for you.
Happy for you.
Real,
Yeah.
like,
I'm-
you on right now.
I'm next
You winning.
somewhere.
I'm happy, yo.
like that. It's karmic.
Yeah.
Okay, last word, you guys. Unicorn.
Oh, I know this
I already know
one.
this one. So, does someone else want to try to guess?
I'm pretty sure that this one is when there's like already a couple and you come in and you're like their sexual added.
There you go.
Right? Okay.
Unicorn, a person who joins an existing couple for sexual activity either as a one-time encounter or a long-term partnership.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys are good. See, that wasn't so bad.
You guys are real good.
Collectively, we did a good job.
Y'all
That
held-
first,
y'all
no, in
held
the
it
beginning,
down.
in the
That
beginning, y'all
first
kind of
word,
rusty.
in the second one, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like what? I know,
Yeah.
right?
Now when people say boof and shit, I'm gonna
I
be
know
like,
it's gonna be like,
Yo, don't say boo.
Easy.
We ain't done. No
time
diddy.
out,
No diddy.
time out,
No
time
diddy.
out.
Get the lighter.
So while
Where
we're
the
on the
lighter at?
subject of what was it? Compersion and unicorn. What are you guys' feelings on polyamorous relationships? And before I start, because I gotta update the people. I love my flashcards, you guys. So I see that I look so like, look at me hosting. Polyamorous relationship, a consensual, non-monogamous relationship where people have multiple romantic or sexual partners at the same damn time. I added the damn. Now, how do we feel about that? Questions to think about. I could have just like dropped it out, but it's just like, could it be healthy? Can it work both ways?
Okay.
What would it look like? What would your
Can I have a question before we answer this? Because I need a definition
of what?
Of polyamorous and polygamy. Are they the same thing or are they different? Because sometimes I'll say that, oh, that's polygamy. And I'm like, well, I don't know the difference.
But I think,
Go ahead,
so
take it.
I'm going to take this. I have indigenous culture.
Mhm.
I'm actually a citizen. Shout out to, well, no, we're not going to do that today. But anyway, so there are situations where in tribes, the women will have multiple husbands. And then, so you already know it goes both ways, and sometimes the men will have multiple wives. But both of those could be considered polyamory, if I'm not mistaken. Polyamory is like an overarching term.
And the
then you got
polygamy
those
is only the
practices
man.
that fit within that. And then the polyandry is the other
woman.
way around.
Yeah.
And by the way, here in the Americas, there was a variety of practices where they would do both.
Yeah, like Mormon. Mormon is polygamy, no? That's 'cause the
Polyandry.
men.
Polyandry.
And then polygamy is multiple
More
wives,
wives.
if I'm not mistaken.
But Mormon, that's
I
what
could
I'm
be
saying. Aren't those they have multiple wives and that's polygamy?
Yeah, that's polygamy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am so confused. Again.
Okay. Anyways,
Those
I'm
are-
like following
let's-
the words. I'm like,
Let's go.
my bad.
Well,
Okay.
and then it's like-
I'll get it later on in the show. I'm sorry.
all
We
good.
can go
Okay.
back.
Polyamorous.
I'm back confused.
But what are you guys overall? We'll start with you.
Oh,
I think it's a good thing. I think that if people trust each other and communicate healthy,
that part,
and that's what they want to do, like both people want to do it, nobody's being talked into it, nobody's feeling forced into it, then I think that's a good thing. I think it's really possible. I think it's really rare.
Could you do it?
Could I do it? Probably not long term. Probably not in the long term.
What would keep you?
What would you mean? What would keep me?
Like, you said not long term, but what could keep you long term? Like, what factors would you need to be like, man, I'm here, fuck it.
Forever polygamous? Like, will always be...
Like, let's say you find yourself in a relationship, like...
I don't know if I'll find myself in those relationships because I'm pretty quick to nip stuff in the bud. Yeah, so, but that's what I'm saying, for a period. But I think if I have kids, I don't think I'll be into polygamy. I think, and I'm already kind of,
You made your mind up about that,
yeah. So maybe in the beginning of a relationship, when the commitment's low, it's like, yeah, I don't want to stop you from experiencing things. We're still getting to know each other for a while. But once the commitment level's there, it's like, if you really want to do other things, then maybe I'm not for you, and we can cha-cha slide it out.
I love that.
You're a dancer? She said
No,
cha-cha slide it out.
I don't dance at all.
I love that.
Right foot, two stones.
But to me, the honesty of it is where I'm at. That's probably why I would be so open to it, because you're being honest. Like, I don't want to stop you. And while you're being honest, what are you going to do in this honesty? If you're honestly acting a goddamn fool, I appreciate you for being honest. But I'm over the foolish shit.
Man,
but yeah.
Can I ask you something? What if it was presented differently than you may have seen it up to this date, where someone was like, look, we have an understanding, we have contracts, we have a family trust, we have an economic system to where nobody has to, come out of pocket to a certain extent for anything.
Like communal.
Because we have a family bank. If you want to go on vacation and travel the world, you're like, yo, I need some time to myself. You have another partner at home who you already trust, because you've already gotten to that level of commitment with her and then them, those people. So you could travel the world. You could take that time to yourself, and you wouldn't have to worry about your kids, because they're in good hands. You already have a level of trust with these people. So I'm just wondering, because from that perspective, if they had that economic and security aspect in mind, would that have any effect on your decision?
I think that sounds good, but I have something like that already with my family.
Okay.
Me and my family already have that. I travel a lot. I don't have children, but I have dogs, and my family supports it. My brothers don't have children, but we have dogs, and everyone's supportive. And we always talk about, and if we had kids, it would be even tighter. It would be more communal. So I come from a communal setting already. So I like it, but when you're adding the layer of romance and sex, it's like, oh, that's where my line is drawn for me. But when other people do it, I'm all about it, because if it's your community, that's how you want to be, then I think it's great. But for me personally, a certain level of commitment, I'm going to require a certain level of commitment.
I appreciate you challenging that.
And not even challenge or even debate it. But I'm just genuinely curious, because I think a lot of times the way it's portrayed, and there's certain people out there who I don't think they represent it what I would consider well. It's like, man, when you look at the potential of, there's a lot of single mothers out here in the communities that I'm a part of. And I'm like, what if there was a way to make sure that they're taken care of and there's no funny business going on? And if that came through certain, levels of, I guess, understanding in the community, it would be different. But I think it would take a lot depending on who those people are. It depends on who the people are. It depends on what your culture is already.
A lot of women will feel like, like if I felt like I had to make that choice. Is it really my choice if I feel forced into a communal thing? Oh no,
abundance only. Abundance is the only filter we should go through.
But you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of women would feel like I had to change my standards, change my plan. Yeah. And now you're going to have that. So, and then you add the layer of sex into it. And, that just changes things now. How would I feel if me and Courtney, we have the same boyfriend, but now Courtney's pregnant? Oh, Lord. Now, in my mind, you're higher on the totem pole. Yeah. That's just animalistic.
Yeah.
But now, and that's just fact.
That is fact. You're right.
That's just animalistic. That's just the bare fact.
That's why contracts exist, though. I would add.
I would also have to be super aware, super honest, because that's just the layers of it. That's why I know me.
Yeah.
I would have to feel
communication would have to be.
Yeah, it would have to be a level that I've never seen.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I see it,
yes,
make me believer.
Mm-hmm.
Make me believer. Somebody try it.
Somebody try it. No, I feel that, and that is it's different components. That
Yeah,
can make
men be trying it.
very
So.
challenging. Very
good.
Nah, good.
Okay.
Yeah, so I totally understand that. Thank you for using us as an example to see it now.
Amazing.
Just
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Be like, girl, it's cool. Like, you're not
totally
doing with
get that.
this. Like, and you just want your love too. I want my love. And then
It's just, I mean, not really. I wouldn't want to be like, dang, now we both got to have a baby. That's crazy.
I know, no, that would be crazy work.
No.
And I wouldn't even want that. I'd be like, bitch over there keep eating my ice cream. Like, and different factors that would just make that kind
You would do it.
I'm listening to you guys, and it feels like a but then I see you like standing on it, man. I'm like, because I feel it, like, because I really and you know, I've seen my parents, so
Yeah.
I seen that that works.
Yeah.
That's the goal. That's what I know. That's what I trust.
And what a beautiful example.
But can you really trust that though? We know in like today's divorce rates.
Just with today, and that's the problem. That's the only thing I want to hold on to my parents so bad, but I know that these days are so different.
You're looking at you're looking at something rare.
That's rare now. It
Something
used to
rare.
be everywhere.
My parents 40 plus.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, same.
That's wild.
Same.
That's great. You know, I remember sitting in church today, like, what's our anniversary? And all the old 52 years, the whole church stand up. And all
I love
that.
when they do
crazy.
that.
Like, man, I'm like 52
it's
years.
Freaking rare, man.
I don't even know if I have that much life to live left.
They
Like,
look good though.
Like,
They look good though.
52.
And then to deal with somebody.
Yeah.
Bro, you was married at 18 or something like.
Oh man.
Or they're pretty old now, like. But it's a trip, and I do question, like, and I can see that working for some people like that too. Like how you saying calling out the single moms and stuff. Like, what if we just let's just be a village? Fuck it.
That's a good word for it. Yes.
A village.
But you got to be intentional.
Yeah.
Because I can see it in your eyes. She's smart. I could tell, and she knows how to
Thank you.
read people and stuff. I think this is where a contract that everyone understands comes into play, because that's what like the family trust, like, and you have documentation just to say, hey, look, because we are human, because of all those things you said, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna feel stuff too.
Yeah.
Even though, because people might say like, oh, like, the guy is always gonna get the better end of the deal, but truly it could really go either way. Because what if both of them started saying, we don't really like what you're doing, you outvoted. You outvoted.
The thing
Have you seen what
about
happened?
this, but the thing about this ideology of one man and multiple women, it was when men were a provider and women were in the position.
I hear you.
Right now, especially in Black and Brown statistics, they're out earning, out owning homes, out a lot of shitting.
I hear you.
For a lot of their counterparts.
Yes.
So that's where it's like, why would I get to keep my standards as high as I want to. I don't have kids, whatever. I'm healthy. I look good. What ...
Right.
So it's like, if that's not what I want to do, I'm not gonna do it, and that's okay.
Oh, yeah, no, it's totally okay.
I might be with the old girl named Tracy Ellis Ross. Or you might find me her age, still single and traveling and whatnot. And guess what? That'll be my choice.
And that'd be cool.
And I'll lay in that bed all alone.
I think what I'm loving about this conversation. What I'm loving about this conversation is that I don't think it's a blanket answer. It's going to depend on so many things.
Yeah.
What you've said, what you've seen in your life, some standards that you already have,
But like I said, let me see a level of communication I've never witnessed and feel a level of safety I've never felt.
You deserve
I'll
that.
never say never. You might
Yeah.
fuck around and see me in some shit, and I'll be like, hey, remember I said never say never. So we're gonna let that go.
I agree with.
The chances are low.
I believe with.
I love the level of this convo. You guys are.
What is
this
it?
is all.
I don't remember which one.
Yeah,
it was.
get
One
in
of
here,
the
get in here.
polygamy. I agree with it on a business standpoint. I don't think that I would also be in one myself, because also on another standpoint, I believe that if you're doing in that situation, you do have to be able to provide for both of those people equally. I don't think that you should be, if I buy a house for this woman, I need to buy this woman a house too. I need to do equally, because women are naturally competitive. They're going to compete with themselves. So if I buy her a Benz and I buy her a Honda, they're gonna have some type of hostility against each other. And
Yeah.
and if I'm not in that level to do that, I don't think that I would even consider it. But I do agree with it on a business aspect.
And that's one of the most manly things you could have ever said, bro.
Yeah.
That's a very masculine thing. It is order. It's like, okay, well, if this is not, then how could this be?
Yes.
If and then questions. You had some of those narratives like, if this is not in order, how could we even get this far? How could that even
She mentioned it
exist?
on when she came out and said, no, I would have an issue if you had a baby and I would feel you would be one up on me. And I'm like, oh yeah, we can't have that. Because then you break up everything.
Right.
Yes.
But then also, I'm not trying to bump bellies at the same time.
Yeah. And then I'm like, what if I don't want to have a baby? You know, but like I said, a certain level of communication and trust, I might be like, oh, I don't want to have kids. That's all you. Because now I know, like, I'll just help you. That's, who knows?
Yes.
The chances, low.
Yeah.
So now, Mister, let's say these women, they like already ahead of you. And they like, really on some sister wife shit. It's like, no, we all in one house.
And they want to bring you in?
Nah, we all got, not necessarily bring you in, but it's an arrangement. Like, it's an understanding. Let's say y'all start from the front, because I don't want them to be already established or whatever. Like, but they're cool. Like, and they've already like. So
what would it be like?
So I'm saying, because you're talking about the bins in the house and all that, given, like, they're not one materialistic, but for sure, if you just come break some bread, you know, bring the bacon home at least. Like, would you be down for that? I see you down for that.
I said I would. Like,
okay, yeah, you would.
Because it would be different from just me bringing the bacon home. We would have 3 incomes. So now we can see what the hell we're gonna do with those 3, or how we gonna be. That's the only reason I would do it, is to see how we're gonna financially benefit from this. Where we're gonna buy this land, we're gonna buy this house, we're gonna make this investment. That's all I'm looking for. What we can put all of our money into.
So you still want her to work?
You already said she's already got her own. She's already doing her thing, right? Or what was she saying?
I'm saying that they already have an understanding of, like, they're not tripping on, like.
Oh, does she have to? You said she has to work? They both have to definitely work, because in today's world, that's how it is.
I want you to say that.
How are we gonna get ahead if we don't put in?
Can I add on to that?
Yeah.
Because I like that thought, and the way that I've meditated on this, and the conclusion that I've come to is, I want to allow those ladies to be in a position where they can be doing their life's work. So whatever it is maybe it's not even work, it's play. They can be doing whatever they want to do, and it may just happen to bring in income. You don't think the Kardashians like makeup? They like makeup. They like the glam.
They like that.
And they could put out t-shirts that were made wherever for however amount of money, and then sell them back to you for, like, I've seen don't ask me why I was at a Kardashian store, but someone I was with wanted to stop, and they did let's go in real quick. They had a t-shirt for like $200. It was a regular t-shirt.
Regular ass t-shirt.
It was a regular
I'm just being
t-shirt.
realistic. Like, I said never say never, because I'll never say never. But that's not what majority people want.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to be compromising what I want, I'm going to expect not to work.
Yeah,
I didn't expect to do what the fuck I want.
Wait, and that's your contract. That's why your contract's
really
important. That's your contract.
Like,
that's all in my head.
That's your contract.
Those are my things.
Sharing,
like, if I want to work, like, I don't even work right now.
I got it.
I love this. And I've been with someone where I didn't have to work. He said, I don't want none of your money. He didn't want me to do nothing. He go travel with your sisters and do what you want. So it's like, and I didn't have to compromise being with multiple women. And it was all for me. So it's like, I'm just saying, realistically, majority of women in this day and age, if they got their own stuff together, they don't really want to deal with that. You got to be quite a high earner, not have no extra kids and extra shit going on.
That's good. That
like,
pressure, I like this pressure. I think some men are going to complain, but honestly, we have to step up. We do.
I'm not.
I'm taking that upon myself. I can tell you that type of guy too.
I'm saying
we
you know.
I'm taking it upon myself to make sure that I'm operating at the highest capacity that I can in my life to be a provider. First for myself, you got to take, a lot of guys don't take care of themselves as much as the ladies in a lot of scenarios. And I think there may even be stats for that. I know the suicide rate is higher with guys. So that tells you something right there. Self-care and that and
I said in my
mental
last
health
episode,
have a lot of mental health.
Come on,
mental
man.
health. So anyway, we should step up. I like this pressure. To me, you're saying, you know, I don't know, they got to do this again. And I love that. I love that because we have to step up, because that's going to become what's cool, but it's not about cool. It's really about, we have to do this, first of all, for our families, for the family structure. Because if we fix our families, if we work on ourselves as individuals, fix our families, our communities are going to be better. Even for the single people, they're going to have a better batch of humans to pick from because we fix our families.
Come on.
So this is all connected. So I love this conversation. I love that pressure from society. Let's bring the pressure on and let's step up.
But real quick, I want to point out how like naturally, like I think both of us just thought like, yeah, we're not working. Like, and not like we're not working, but to even go about like sharing and doing that.
Courtney you got all your own shit. You do all your own thing. You be doing your own shit.
Yeah.
Living in your own world. You're single. And it's like, so
why would I then?
Yeah. And it's not,
this production right here.
So,
She's sitting in her manifestation.
Just me and
right
my
here.
partner, and I don't feel like I'm really compromising. I don't mind still working and contributing damn near equally. Realistically, the men that I deal with, they are a provider type person. That's what I personally enjoy.
But is providing only financial?
No, because I've also been in situations where I'm providing maybe for a period just because of a transition. And I'm okay with that. I'm proud to do that in those situations if I'm in a good partnership. Now, if you're a bum, I'm not gonna be proud of you, So it's just one of those things.
I'm gonna say it's a big part. I'm not gonna hold you.
What it is?
I'm not gonna hold you. The
financial.
I mean, yeah, I want you to fix a thing or two.
We also realistically live in Los Angeles. If we were in a different demographic, if we were in a different place, the pressure would feel different. We wouldn't be worried about glitz and glam as much. It wouldn't be as expensive. So that would also change things.
If I made what I made now in
in North Carolina,
out of the world, in the United States,
Southeast,
we didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Provide, whatever you want. Have the keys.
And Southwest.
Whatever you have. What do you want? What do you want?
Yeah.
It'll be like that, but we live in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
But what I'm also saying, so out of this relationship, what do the men get out of getting into a relationship like this?
That depends whatever you're trying to.
2 women.
Huh?
She said 2 women.
You said
I saw that young thug.
How many men already have 2 women?
Yeah, but it's you're uncomfortable because you have to sneak and do all the other shit.
I don't think so. I don't
saying.
think that many people are sneaking.
I don't think so.
I think it's just lack of
commitment. It's still you have to do like bounce around and all that. It's a joy and it's a real player shit when you could just do it and be comfortable.
A lot of people are lying about monogamy also, and some of that has to do with religion. Some of that has to do with all sorts of different however your perspective in life. But yeah. Yeah,
but I'm saying, what else did we get? What do we get? We got.
Well, if you get a solid woman and you get 2 solid women, like, come on, you got a really good foundation.
You may have no reason to step out the house.
Your power to manifest in life is exponentially increased. That is, for me, that's the answer. When we talk about feminine and masculine, a lot of people don't talk about the math. That is math. It's like there's certain things you're good at, there's certain things I'm good at. Okay, how do we balance the scale here? How can I make sure you're completely provided for and that you are not, there's no splitting the difference. I want you to have everything you want to have. And I want to obsess over helping you get that. And then if you can do that for me too, let's live our life where we're not having to work for money. And then none of us have to worry about that. That should really be the goal. If you think about
that's the goal.
That's the next step.
That's the goal. That's where I say not just coming off into a relationship talking about, oh no, I don't have to work for anything no more. I'm just gonna live off of you. No.
Do it in like that.
But I'm just saying, do your part. Invest in the team. If that man can't lead you to a higher thing, then you chose the wrong guy. If he's using you, I need this money to go buy some rims, you chose the wrong guy. If you need a PS5, you chose the wrong guy. But if he said, let's go invest in this property over here so we can get income we can have this all the way, you can sit back and make money. If he says something like that, now you're building to a relationship where none of y'all gotta work.
At this point, I don't want to see him say something. You should have that already.
That's the point.
You should have that.
Like I'm not jumping into some polygamy situation.
Wait, can you say that one more time? Just to really.
At this point, I don't know how old everybody else is. I'm 30, but there should be something already rolling in that space. There should be something going. You should have there should be something planned for the future at this point. Something. But I will say we live in LA, so that's a little difficult to say.
Yeah.
But I don't think right now, just off of stats, women are doing all of that because women are forward thinking. men think about right now. They're worried, they're problem solving each problem as they come up. That's just how it is. So when you say, what do women bring to the table? They're thinking women are investing long term. A lot of successful men, they had a woman from the beginning for quite a while that was their foundation that did that. So I just think when you have, like you said, a solid woman, there's so much you don't think about. That's why there's so much you won't think about that all of your thought can go to creating, how can I make more money? Or how can I invest? What can I do to be a better provider? That's just, what it is, in my opinion. And then even like if you take it way back, that's just women take care of the house. They take care of the food. That's just the traditional way. But even now, Gucci Man's girl, he left. And what did she do? She said, I need to invest because my man gets out of jail. And what did she how 20 times his money or some shit? Yeah. She gave it right back to him because that's her provider. He gave it to her. That was her thought process. Look at what a solid flip that was.
It was.
So people they're not even thinking about that. Your favorite rapper who talks about fucking off, you know what I'm saying? It's like they're forward thinking. Yes. Women are thinking long term. Yes. And then when even Future and Nick Cannon and all their fuckery talk about the women they have kids with, they always say, they're a good mom. You're picking forward thinking women. You're trying to. I'm gonna assume. And you're gonna say that's what you're doing at least.
But these are the upper echelon of men we're talking about here in a different tax bracket than most people. It
starts here though too.
I'm saying it's always 5,000.
But this is who people are listening to. This is the
level.
These are the examples. These are the examples that all of us would know.
Women competing for this one man.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
He don't
make
Cannon
it like
said,
I'm coming out here for a dating show, I bet 5,000 women would be at this dating show trying to get Nick Cannon.
Can I bring it?
I think if you get realistic, there's women that you guys can deal with right now that you guys could deal with. And seriously, if you said, I'm ready to be a boyfriend, there's a chick that you would be able to hit her up and Old Faithful somewhere. If you really did it right now, I bet you could do it. Right now, if I say I'm ready to be a girlfriend, it's not as easy to find a man that's going to commit. So that's why I think that it's not, every man, is different. It's just the level of commitment.
You know what I see right now? And I'm going to bring it to the math and I'm going to bring it back to sex and the biological, physical part of sex. Can I real quick? Are you sure?
The math is math.
Okay.
Shout out to Cam.
So physically, if we take all the opinions out of it, we know that we carry a seed, we plant that seed, and women, it's beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful and magical things on earth. Incubate. You make a living life form that we can see right in front of us, and that's beyond. Then that goes to whatever else in life that we were talking about. All these different things that we could do and achieve, but so it's like a lot of men. I feel like we have to say, okay, but what is it that we are planting? Okay, physically, and also, what do I have to give her for her to, to be able to grow upon and help me build upon and that be a mutual thing. Like, do I have something yet? So to your point, it's like we have to be intentional about having something that she can help us with. Otherwise, it's like how can that work? You don't have anything beyond yourselves or bigger than yourselves that you're working on together. So it's like it just becomes about little stuff,
It's
what do you
It's like, of course, I want somebody who's like in motion or whatnot. You as a woman, you have that intuition, and you'll know, and you go from there. But I don't know if we're still talking about polygamy, but
in that scenario,
okay. But again, that's got to be somebody already.
Yeah, the chances are small.
Already established.
I can't remember which wife or girl that I think Bob Marley had, and he said she said something like, he's so much of a man, of course I had to share him. Something like that. Don't quote me. But like it was like deep because it was like, damn, like he was coming like that. Like
absolutely not.
So I mean, he did have a lot of women. I don't know, and those Aquariuses are charmers, so what can I say?
I've heard a lady say in her older age, and she was an older woman, and she was like, I would have never in my younger years said yes to that arrangement, but she's like, now she's like, I don't have all that energy. And it was sexual for her in part, but yeah, that was interesting how it changed for her over time.
I can get that too, like for sure, because obviously that's a big factor that plays in marriages. Sometimes the woman just kind of checks out sexually and they don't have it, and it's so minute, but not at the same time. It's so big because it really controls moods and just the flow of everything. So you know, I get that, and I get having a situation. 'Cause, I mean, just in due time, you feel me? Right now, yeah, 3 times a day. What? But like
3 times a day,
man. I'm just saying, guys. Gosh, I gotta breathe. But you know, come 10 years, 20 years, you're with somebody, the same somebody, and he got the same. What's up? I wake up, we like this. You feel me? Like, and you just want to. I got work. I got these kids. You could just roll out, pill out.
Men hit their sexual peak, like, and then it goes down. That's like scientific.
I know
the only difference is like now,
horny, like of all ages. I
rebuke that from my personal experience.
No,
I want to be for my whole life. I just
right.
Solid rock.
I would like for my whole life as a woman to always, but I know if I plan on having a family, I will be tired out from kids and trying to be Wonder Woman, try to do my own work or whatever else I'm invested in. I might not always have that. Meanwhile, the guy, you know, it's like a easy pew pew, you know.
So you think you'll be into this? You think you'd be into a polyamorous relationship with age?
I would understand it more with age.
I could see that.
I think if God forbid, I am single at 40 and just chilling.
40's still young. 40 is not 70.
I'm with you on that.
It's true.
I think you should be getting it together around that.
No, it's not even about getting it together. It's the matter of, you know, if life will happen. It's not getting it together. Come on. It's not getting it together. It's these niggas not acting right. But that's a whole nother topic. Anyway.
Okay.
That fact check.
Okay. Well.
But anyway, because like Cash saying, we have so many talks. Like we're always just like, just compare, and we're women who have our own shit. We do our own thing. We come with our own personality, style, beliefs. You know, we're not for the weak. So I think that scares some guys. One,
it'll weed the suckers out.
Yeah, right.
That's just natural selection.
2, even then, so after 1, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. That's a whole nother whatever. But it's cool. I'm chilling until
I'm cool.
I'm cool. Like I'm cool.
Like,
I'm cool. I'm not. You know,
I be joking.
I got my blankets. I'll be warm at night. You feel me? And so
when that cold
that's a sound bit. That's a sound bit. I got my blanket
under that door. You gonna see what that say?
You are so funny.
Hey, t-shirts.
I'm
I got my
catching
blankets.
flights, not feelings. I'm about to go on a little trip now.
Ooh,
that is a very strong statement.
Listen,
that is so funny.
I'm saying, I be thinking women be
what no man wants.
Women honestly be wanting it more than us. They get freakier as older they get.
I believe you.
I've witnessed.
They get freakier the older they get.
Word on the
man.
street.
When you young and you messing with a young tender, you know, she don't even want to show her body, even though it's at its perfect form. She's like, oh, she covers up. When you get older, they don't give a damn. Titties down here. Let it.
Did you say young? What was the word you used?
Let it go. I love it.
Tender.
Huh?
Oh, tender.
When you were
I thought you said tenor. I was like, I've never heard that.
Young days,
tenor?
your prime. You know what I'm saying? And the girls, they didn't even want to show their bodies like that. They would cover up and like run in the bed. I remember this. And then
it all depends on the person. It all depends on the person. Older. Some people are shy. Some people are out there.
I feel it.
The more comfortable you make somebody, the more I'm sure they're open to whatever.
Then we got today's society, Instagram, our female rappers. You got Meg Thee Stallions and our Lottos and Cardi B's. And so, hey.
Cardi B's is wild. Cardi B's.
Cardi.
That's a whole nother hive. It's already a beehive.
Speaking of Meg Thee Stallion, I noticed her documentary recently came out. It's been a lot of talk on the internet. A lot of people are on her head because she admits to having sexual relationships with Tory, even though she told Gail Weathers. Yeah. Even though she told her that she did not. And I'm not gonna hold you. Immediately seeing the interview, I was like, girl, why you lie?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you. Doesn't, change the situation. But of course, like everybody's dragging it, and so one.
She's a Texan. She's a Texan, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm also a Texan. No further comments at this time.
Meg,
I'm not even gonna disrespect. I have no further comments.
Oh,
my PR team just gave me a call and said,
"Oh no."
I just, it was that Gail Knight. I think that's her name, Gail Knight. I don't know. Gail King. Gail King.
Gail King. What's that Gail Weathers?
Knights and Kings. She in the Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Right. Like, why would you ask that dumbass question? That's just to be messy. So, like, that's probably, I wish that's what Meg Thee Stallion could have said. Like, why are you even asking that when I was assaulted? Like, you're worried about the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Then I would have probably been like, I'm walking out on this white bitch. Oh no, she's not even white. See, that's where my mind first
Can
went.
the camera zoom in? Wait. You need to look directly.
That was some shit to me that Diane Sawyer would have asked.
You need to look directly in the zoom in right there.
As a journalist, you got to get to the meat.
Because I'm like, why?
I get it.
But I wish she didn't lie, but it shouldn't take away from whatever happened. She shouldn't, whatever. But unfortunate. Just a little stat to throw out. In the U.S., this is a study that was done in 2018. 3 times a day, women are murdered at the hands of a intimate relationship.
Domestic violence is real.
Yeah, and femicide is super real. So it's like, that's why I'm like, we're worried about the wrong thing. She's not the perfect victim. She's not like a super innocent. Right. I don't know what the fuck. Like, she is a confident woman that's happy with her sexuality, which. Yeah. Like, okay, I guess that's a crime, but you get what I'm saying? It's like, that's absolutely insane to me. But whatever.
You'll
that's a national. That's national. That was at a national stat or like.
That's in the U.S.
That's in the U.S. Damn.
Yeah. Man, to be honest, I really don't know much on the Meg Tory case. I know Tory got in trouble.
He's in big trouble, bro. He's in there.
He's in
10
big
years
trouble.
of trouble.
Yeah. But if she lied about that, what else did she lie about?
Yeah.
Never know. That's what brought up to me. Because
look at you. My whole thing is, okay, there wasn't a shot in the foot, but someone shot at the foot. There was a gun. There was 2 people behind. Why would a girl... Tori and her friend Kelsey.
I didn't know.
Why would? Yes, you did.
I'm telling you, I don't know much about this case. I really didn't care.
Why would a grown man take up for a woman or for this person, any other person? 10 years? There's no way I'm eating that.
He'll probably get out sooner, and then whatever, he'll have served his time. But I think it shouldn't take away from. There was something that happened, and. It's just the spotlight is being put on the wrong thing.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just Tori and Meg there?
It was Tori, Meg, and her
homegirl, and then a security guard.
And then a security guard.
I would just like to add, because my dad's an attorney, everybody has the right to a fair trial. So we have the way we feel about it.
He went to trial already.
But everybody, no. I'm just saying everybody has the right to a fair trial. So if something was a mistrial in hindsight, and there's within the statute of limitations, then. That's all I'm saying. Everybody has a right to a fair trial.
So we'll see what happens. And, I like his music. You know what? I hope that whatever is supposed to happen happens.
I don't like his music.
I was never.
And God knows what happens.
I don't like it. That's why I said I really didn't care. But
God knows.
It makes me wonder, what else did she lie about?
I'm not worried about that.
That's a big woman.
Yeah.
Tori's a little guy.
But he also had a gun. that he had. And so that's what he ultimately went to jail for even
he also
gun.
had like a past of being aggressive and physically aggressive towards women. And I think, you know, and that has nothing to do with anything. But that's just a little thing to put out there as well.
I think it does.
It probably
Maybe
does.
it does.
I don't know nothing about Tory Lanez.
If it's documented, if it's documented and somebody has a reasonable,
but I think Meg can put hands on Tory. That's all I'm saying.
But you know,
no doubt.
You mix alcohol.
And she watch anime too. Hi.
Hold on, you mix alcohol.
Tory ass. That's all I'm saying.
But you mix alcohol and whatever else is going on, and jealousy. You know, jealousy and money and egos and immaturity, and you mix all this stuff. We see it a gajillion times. Yeah. It's just they just happen to be famous now.
Yeah.
And I think it goes right back to, at the end of the day, the sexual stuff shouldn't even matter. It should just be like, why was everybody there? Everybody go to rehab. Everybody we got to figure it out. We just got to figure it out.
Everybody
But she did in this documentary that she went to a wellness retreat. You know, and she ended up being there for a minute. So that's probably was somewhat like a rehab.
Yeah, she said that she had
so it's like
little alcohol. I heard her she was having a little alcohol.
But it's like, come on, just be human about it.
Did she lie about?
And then Tory let him rehabilitate, you know? People make mistakes. Let him rehabilitate. Chris Brown, he rehabilitated. He's back. Like, let people rehab their shit and come back from it. But if you did something, then, you know, that's not good neither.
But as a celebrity, I mean, you just
these like celebrities are people.
They are people.
They're people, man.
They just gotta know
better PR team. They need a better
they shit is spotlighted.
Sometimes they ignore their PR too, you know.
Well, they you know, I don't know.
Sometimes you get tired.
I'm just a regular girl. I'm just a regular woman.
Don't say that.
You get tired of being censored. Like, people don't want to be censored. Nobody wants to be censored. Like, why can't I just be me?
Right. We only got a few years on this.
Everybody got to be censored to fit this
Might as well
image.
say everything you got to say.
Right.
You know?
I see that the weed is just down. How you guys feeling in here? Yeah,
I'm feeling toasty.
Nice little hot box.
Yeah, it got real smoky. Do you
think? And it's so random, I know, but do you think that cannabis like influences your sexuality a little more, or does it do anything?
I definitely sex before I smash sex before sesh smash sesh.
Smash.
Say that 3 times.
Well, yeah, because it definitely.
I have a stat on that.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
I don't know. So there was a study. The topic is, does smoking pot lead to more sex?
Okay.
So the data is from a group of 50,000 people. So that's a pretty good sample group. Take a hit. Pass.
50,000.
So 50,000 people. That's a pretty good sample group. I had to take statistics more than one time. Don't ask me why. Cool. So basically, what we found was, compared to never users, those who reported daily use had 20% more sex. So over the course of a year, they're having sex maybe 20 more times. So that's that was the conclusion.
That's a lot.
Interesting little bit.
That's what you do when you're happy
and comfortable. And like, it's just, you just feel just authentic.
And your endocannabinoid system is like, hey.
Going crazy. Mine is going like, it's fluid.
Because the receptors have something that's been recepted.
Mine's fully activated.
It's almost like it was meant to go there.
I can't say I feel...
That's for all the skeptical people out there.
Yes. I can't say I feel like extra horny off of weed or anything.
What?
But I don't. And I've been set up like... I know guys would use the whole, oh, you smoke? And like, especially when I was like younger, like they set it up too. You smoke, and then like just thought like the panties was coming down. It'd be like,
it's contextual. I think it's contextual. Like if the mood is already there and you happen to be relaxed by whatever means, those two things are probably going to lead to.
As I was younger, I was like, ooh, he gonna smoke me out.
Man.
I'm a dip. Like, no.
My ex she didn't smoke, so I always smoked. But we already knew, like, when the kids was gone, we already knew what time was about to happen. So, you know, she would get ready. I'm like, I'm gonna go outside and smoke. Now, I had a son too, so my son.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would go outside and smoke my blunt. Man, she know by the time I came, and that was like religion. Like, I'm gonna smoke this blunt when I come back. You know what's up. Boom. It was just like we had that chemistry. Kids gone. I look. All right, I'm gonna smoke this blunt. So it's just natural.
Shotgunning too, things like that, like little,
That little,
like
little shit,
you know,
like that,
phenomenons in the cannabis world. Like,
she didn't smoke, but she'll come and hit it every now and then, like especially after, like, oh yeah, and like, okay, let's go.
me and this one young lady. She was like, yo, do you want a shotgun? And I'm just like, it was the most innocent shotgun ever. I didn't try to make a move or anything. And in hindsight, I asked her later, I was like, were you trying to make a move? She's like, yeah, you totally missed that.
Definitely.
I was trying to be more safe than sorry. Cause I don't want bad PR. And I genuinely care about her being comfortable. So I didn't know if that was the move, but it was pretty obvious. Because you're not going shotgun with your homies.
Like, you're not. You're not.
Yeah, you're really not.
I mean, some ladies might. Ladies may be more
girls
like.
maybe, but
yeah.
I'm not me, my homeboy. We're not shotgun.
If I do that, if
passing the blunt.
Somebody I ain't dealing with.
Right, even if it's just your homeboy, it's like, hey, bro, you want a shotgun? Like, it's not gonna go down like that. Like,
not at all.
More than likely.
But edibles, though.
I'm skeptical about sharing bongs. Like I'd be like, yo, let's just, you know what I'm saying?
Stupid. No,
was that the sanitizer?
Real quick, man. We ain't got no pad around here. I mean,
edibles can definitely turn things up for me. I must say, can make things a little more sensitive.
I feel like edibles are like some of them for real will be like a real nice body high, and I think that's nice. That's like that'll be a nice additive.
Have you all tried any products? Oh, I was just gonna say that you like.
Oh no. You thought what I was thinking.
Did I jump it?
No, get it.
Oh, have you all tried any products for women or just products that are around sex and cannabis? Like, I don't want to say any particular brands because I don't want to get in trouble. I don't know.
Pack?
I'll leave that to you.
No, you can say
like Blue Rhino?
Euphoria?
Yeah.
Have you tried like the Euphoria suppositories or oil or the lube?
It's funny because I had tried that many years ago. Because I had a partner at the time that was kind of big. So I had to relax things down there and stuff.
You need a narco or something.
Good problem to have for you.
Put it on you. What was that dark?
You are so silly.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, I bought one of them damn blue rhinos at the gas station one day, man. I was young too, but I was driving so far for the pussy, I had to go and perform. Like, you got me driving where? I drove far.
That's a manifesto.
I drove.
I'm driving this many miles for it. I must perform.
I'm driving this far. Oh, you're about to get the ultimate dick. Fuck that. You're getting the ultimate dick. So I took the blue pill, the little blue rhino, and that shit was big as fuck. I don't know what, but anyway. Never take that fucking pill if you ain't got to, man. I was ready for 8 hours.
Are you traumatized?
I was traumatized. I was ready for 8 hours. I was ready to call a paramedic. Like, yo, hold on, we want to call a paramedic.
And how did she feel?
Oh man, her shit was she tried to last, but she couldn't. And then it was bad, man. It was a bad situation.
I just heard a comedian say that he went to the convenience store, got one, but he didn't realize the particular brand didn't kick in until like 24 hours later. Oh. So he had a whole thing planned, it didn't go as planned, and then the next day he's just like, what?
Out of control.
Dang.
Horrible scenario.
And he didn't have it wasn't open for round two?
Round two? What?
No, but imagine you have work the next day, or you're like you in the office or something.
It's
like, I'll be at my desk for the remainder of my
blood transfusion.
I won't be going anywhere.
You got to get rid of that. You got to give us some blood. Like,
oh man, now you're in the back of beating off.
Man, take some of this shit out.
Like,
are you?
That's not cool.
You gotta chill out.
Yeah, that's so silly. Don't ever do that shit. No.
Blue Rhino. The name scares me.
It was one of them rhinos.
I believe you.
Yeah, that was.
I've heard of the rhinos, but
interesting.
Yeah, that was really brave of you.
I'm just saying, I gotta be a leader and tell people don't.
Does she
don't
still?
do that.
Are you still in touch with her? Does she still remember that night?
She remembers that night for sure, but I don't remember. I'm not in touch with her anymore.
Oh, wow,
that was far.
Okay.
Yeah, but that for you, it didn't do that to me.
That was a whole tank of gas.
I'm so sorry. It's not that it got me, like that. What is euphoria? It's for you. So it's like literally like chop. I'm glad that you said that. it just relaxed things. So it made it a little more comfortable to just
head to toe, or more so body.
Straight epidural.
Just mostly right there.
Okay.
Just numb it all up. Okay.
Oh man.
Guys shouldn't take this then.
Okay.
No, what? I mean, it's oil. So
It's oil, but what if it gets on him?
What if it gets on? It's gonna get there.
him.
Ideally, it gets there.
Yeah.
But you don't want that to be relaxed.
But it's not gonna do that.
No. So
I don't know.
So women have, I think, more faculties for the absorption of cannabis down there, which is a subtopic I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It doesn't affect us the same way. I personal experience, it does not.
Okay.
It was a project I wanted to figure out.
Got a witness. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tell your story, bro.
we wanted to know. Oh,
Okay.
you said elaborate?
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So it was a gift. This was the Foria, the lube, and she wanted to try. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. So gifted it to her, and I was like, from my understanding, it's gonna affect you more than me.
Yes.
Because I'm not putting nothing in my behind. So
But it's
because
inserted within us.
in that case,
Yeah.
It's fairly equal. But we're talking about, like vaginally, it's going to be a completely different experience, a different level for the female body. So that was just really cool. I liked it. I did feel relaxed. I didn't feel anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
She felt it was more
And
intense.
this was a Euphoria brand as well?
the Foria.
Just for you.
Foria.
Take the you.
Euphoria.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
I'll
Noted.
have to get in touch with a rep and see about them coming through. Hopefully they don't mind. I don't think so.
And they have something lighter, which is I think supposed to help ladies through their cycle.
Yes.
I think that's the white. It's the white packet.
I love that.
Yeah.
I used to sell those as a bud tender too.
No, that's dope. That's
So.
dope.
Let it out.
Ladies love them.
Blessings.
Bless you. You just blessed in abundance. I'm telling
That's
you.
all.
That's
That's
all
all
that
the
is.
blessings. All the blessings.
That's all that is.
Thank
It
you
is a
for all
big-ass
that
hot
knowledge.
box.
Yes.
And you know this stuff.
Yes.
She's just saying wow, but she
No,
knows.
like,
all
no,
of y'all
like, wow,
know
like,
stuff.
thank you for sharing that
Super
with my
smart.
guests. No, that's why I got him here. Yes. I
Awesome.
knew what I was doing.
I mean, you gotta keep it like it is.
Yeah. Thank you guys. I do appreciate you guys so much. This has been a really fun
Is it already
episode.
that time?
It
Yeah.
is.
Well,
I meant to
good
mention
time.
that. Like,
Really a
it
good
just
time.
be
Good
going.
chat.
You feel me? You just be vibing. But yeah. I feel like this episode had a lot of knowledge. I'll try to keep this up for sure. Thank you for all your participation and sharing, and again, all the knowledge. And I'm good and high, as we should be at the end of these episodes.
Loaded.
So thank you guys for indulging.
Thanks for having us.
And sitting at the couch with Potty Mouse, where we smoke good, talk dirty. I thank you guys for tuning in per usual. Go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, do all that good stuff. Learn something, send it to your folks, whatever you got to do. You feel me? Like, I need these ratings up, and we need that.
Yeah.
With the tongue
Thank you
out.
guys for tuning
Yeah.
in. Thank you.
That's funny.